I wanted to say a few things about free will. Well, actually, free will versus determinism. I think it's an important debate, and I think yes, obviously it exists in the realm of philosophy. It happens in the realm of justice as well, but it's a philosophical debate. One that I'm sure has many participants. Ones that I obviously don't will never even really know and get to see. But as a caveat, I want to say that there's still a lot of reading I have to do on free will. I've just been kind of toying with free will in my mind, just kind of playing around with it, like and not to the depth that it deserves. So just giving you that little warning, just saying, whatever I tell you now is not gonna be, some crazy ass understanding of the debate. But I will say this: if you have heard or even ricocheted off of the debate between free will and determinism, you'd find that it kind of pisses a lot of people off. And pisses off is a wrong decision, a wrong word to use, but it actually just calls into question some very deeply ingrained human traits. Most people like to walk around thinking they have free will. They like to walk around thinking they make the decisions in their lives, and it's their choice to make, and they have control over their lives in terms of good and bad, and you get the idea. I'm kind of boiling it down to some real basic dichotomies, but most people want to feel like they have control, they have free will. But I happen to be, after reading some, happen to be on the side of determinism, which I think is kind of explains everything that happens through naturalistic causal factors. And essentially what that means is if you are a believer in, there's that word, believer, if you believe in determinism, you're essentially kind of negating your choice or your ability to make a decision. So that's what I believe in, because I do believe that everything is from a naturalistic causal factor, and it works almost like a domino effect. People often get determinism mixed up with fatalism, which is a jump I don't really want to get into, but it just means that they tend to think of fatalism as not think of fatalism. Fatalism is more saying that there's some sort of predetermined outcome, some goal that everything is happening in order to work towards and get to, which I don't believe. That's kind of like religion, actually. So that being said, and considering all the metaphysical sort of stuff that goes into the debate between free will and determinism, I would say that I've now that I've kind of, it's in my head, like I would like to, I just want to say that it heightens your awareness of it heightens your awareness of morality, and I think that's a good thing. I think anything that kind of raises your consciousness, or kind of allows you a wider scope in terms of the moral decisions that you make throughout your life, is a good thing. So it's kind of an odd thing saying, because I am on the side of determinism, which kind of means my decisions don't have no effect, really. Like I that was almost determined. Like I have no volition, I have no free will. So it's kind of funny for me to say that, but I'm saying, without getting too metaphysical, I think your awareness of the right and wrong things you do throughout the day are just much more, because it's swirling in your head. You just have you have an awareness of it. But I am not saying that it's some sort of debate that spikes in some heavy-handed decision that you have to make or will make, and it doesn't there's no dramatics here or histrionics. It's just a thing you're more aware of. You definitely don't walk down the street in some sort of karma or not karma, in some sort of Zen or some spiritual kind of haze. Like I'm not saying that happens. I'm just saying you're just in a very honest and very practical way. You're just very you're just a little bit more aware of choices you make. You tend to have a wider net of awareness. Anyway, without going too much more into it, I have to read more about compatibilism, because that's a side to take on the deterministic side and or the determinism side, and I have to get that in me. So anyway, that's it. Bye.